the Ultra, in conversation with Trevor Coult, MC. Hello, I'm HG Tudor, and it's time for another guest to make themselves known in the riveting conversation series, a series where I get to ask the questions of people so you learn more about them and what they do and their views. So far, the women were dominating. It's just the way that it panned out. Or could it just be that all of the women just can't help themselves but want to be drawn to the Ultra? You can make your own mind up about that. But the chaps are certainly fighting back now, as we have a succession of male YouTubers who are conversing with me, the Ultra. As always, keep your suggestions coming as to who you would like me to speak with. There are other people who are already chalked up to have a conversation with me. They are already in the schedule and looking forward to having a stimulating conversation with me. But there are others that I might not have considered that you may want me to speak to. As ever, it doesn't just need to be about this one's wife. It can cover other individuals from other fields. As I've explained before, narcissism pervades so much of the world. You find it in historical figures, so perhaps there is a historian that you'd like me to talk to about narcissism and history generally. Might there be somebody that talks about narcissism from the victim perspective that you think would make a good guest for me to speak with? Might there be somebody within the world of entertainment that has had an experience in relation to narcissism? Are there forthright political commentators that you think you would enjoy a decent back and forth with the Ultra? Let me know. As always, thank you to those of you that have made suggestions so far, and you can do so in the comments section and also by emailing me at narcissist1909@gmail.com, and you are welcome to advance my email address to those that you might think be interested, inviting them to get in contact with me. They need not be shy. But back to the main man. What has Trevor got to say for himself? Well, here's a little look.
Soldier that watches this and veteran will agree, some may not, but they'll agree that there is, this day and age, there is no need to put boots on the ground at pitch black, dark hours and send them out around a base which could be leathered in IEDs. You're putting your troops at risk. There's no. You got to bear in mind, shitty veterans accuse me of theft.
Yes.
But the charities don't, because the charities know that they've all had every money I've ever raised for them. Before I had therapy, I'm going to be honest, before I had therapy, I was dead hero. I had no emotion. People could die around me. I didn't. It sounds weird, but I didn't care. I didn't care about anything. I just thought, I don't care. But the more therapy I had, the more my emotions opened up, and I now break down crying at the slightest thing, and it's quite embarrassing sometimes. But then when I talk about certain things, I can feel the hair stand up in the back of my neck. I can feel like I'm about to cry, and I'm having to hold it back, and that's all part of complex PTSD. Prince Harry's far too busy to get involved in veterans issues. He's put things out to try and keep things going, but he doesn't want to get involved. He's got too many things on his plate. Please stop asking for this. And I'm like, what a prick.
Always a lively individual with plenty to talk about. So a stimulating and wide-ranging conversation that takes place in the not-too-distant future between Trevor Coult and I. When is this? When do you need to ensure that you're making space for it? Well, the conversation will take place on Saturday, the 10th of August at 4 p.m. UK time, 5 p.m. Central European time, 11 a.m. Eastern time in the United States, 8 a.m. Pacific time in the United States, 11 p.m. in Perth, Down Under, and 1 a.m. in Sydney on Sunday, the 11th of August. And given that it's the weekend, Our Antipodean cousins, you can stay up late. Of course you can. You've probably been doing lots of Australian things during the course of the day and are ready just to relax. Why not do so, listening to the back and forth between Trevor and myself? I'm HG Tudor, the Ultra. You'll be looking forward to a conversation with Trevor Coult, MC.